We're all about facts, not fear, and mac and cheese, and of course providing information to keep you and your loved ones safe. Dr. Payal Kohli joins us live. I love her in that floral. You're killing the spring wear. Now, before we get to viewer questions, we're hearing now reports about the virus, and it's mutating, and even appears to be more contagious now. Is this something we need to keep an eye on? Because I was like, uh-oh, Doc, what's going on?
So, Tori, the short answer is yes, we do need to keep an eye on it, but we're not really all that worried because we do know that viruses tend to mutate. And so far, the virus has shown that it can mutate, but there's no solid scientific evidence that this mutation is actually making it more contagious. This is all a theoretical concern at this point. Okay. So mutations occur. They can sometimes make it actually less virulent, but at this point, I'm not super concerned about these mutations that are happening.
Okay. All right, Doc, let's get to these viewer comments. A lot of questions out there. Maria says, now the department stores are reopening. Can coronavirus stay on clothes and other items? That's a good question.
So, Maria, certainly it can stay on clothes. We don't know exactly how long because clothes are a soft surface. But keep in mind that the hard surfaces like zippers and buttons and plastic hangers, it can stay on for up to 3 days. So what I'm doing personally is not going to department stores and trying clothes on. I'm doing most of my shopping online. And if you do want to try something on, just make sure you really wash your hands thoroughly after you touch anything.
Wow, that's how she gets those cute clothes out.
All right.
John wants to know, is a face shield a good substitute for a face mask?
Actually, John, a study just came out in the Journal of the American Medical Association that is saying that a face shield may actually be better than a face mask in terms of preventing things from getting in. But there are a few caveats. The first is it has to go all the way down below your chin. The second is it has to cover your ears all the way around. And the third is there has to be a tight seal across the top near your forehead. And you can imagine these are easier to clean, they're more comfortable to wear, and they actually prevent you from touching your face. But the opposite thing is not necessarily true, that face shields are not as good at not letting droplets out. And remember, one of the reasons that we're wearing the mask is because we want to prevent our droplets from getting out. So ideally, if you could wear the mask and the face shield, that would really be the best combination. But they're certainly looking into whether they could be a substitute for face masks.
Really interesting. All right. Marina asks, is it possible that if I had coronavirus, if I was severely ill last fall? I've heard this a lot from a lot of friends, Doc.
So the earliest that we saw coronavirus in China was November 17th. So it's unlikely that it was here in the United States before that. But certainly that date has been getting pushed farther and farther back as we've been learning more about this. But I would recommend that you go get the antibody test, because if you've had the virus, those antibodies are likely to be positive. That's a marker that you've had the virus, and that would be a great way to know.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, before we go, it's time for my favorite part of the day, and the Doc's and Al's.
Yes.
Dr. Kohli's silver lining. Oh, you're back.
Yes, Lord.
Yay! Finally! Today is such a special day. Tell us why, and it's all about nurses.
So today, you guys, is National Nurses Day, and the nurses are the silver lining for me today because they're the real healthcare heroes. So not only are the ones that they're actually at the bedside, you know, giving the patient dignity, helping them empty their bedpan, helping keep them clean, also providing their medical care, but in many cases for these COVID patients who are at the end of their lives and their families are not allowed to come and visit them, it's the nurse who becomes their family, who holds their hand when they take their last breath. And to me, that's just incredibly moving.
I do too. I don't know if you know this. I think I told you this, Doc. My mom's very ill and has been ill and in and out of hospitals all our lives. And I very quickly learned, not only do you want more information, you go to the nurses. If you want emotional support, it's not that the doctors, not like you guys are robots, but there's something about a nurse that can throw her arm or his arms around you and make you feel like you're the only one in that room. And I cannot thank nurses enough. You've saved my mother, you saved our family, and you've saved countless amount of lives. Thank you, nurses. Of course.
They often say that, you know, doctors cure and nurses care. And I think that that's so true.
Wow,
you know?
That's so true. And anyone in nursing school, just bravo, mazel tov, continually amazing.
We really do appreciate nurses on this show. And I mean, I think we have something later to show that.
I think we do too. Thank you, of course, Dr. Kohli. We'll be back tomorrow. So if you have a question about coronavirus you want answered, write us on social media. You can also email info@dailyblastlive.com. There's no panic, just prevention and precautions. You want to do it? The Cuomo.